to Mr. Fisher's Corner. Let's talk about how to do conversions. So I'm actually going to show you how to do question 4a and 5a. So let's start with 4a. The first thing you need to do is write down what is given. So I'm going to write some rules here. Write down what's given. And it gives you 45 meters. And here's the trick. I need you to write down, and I want you to do this on every time you're doing a conversion. I'm going to write the number 1 underneath it. Really annoying. Everything has a number 1 underneath it. Everything has a number 1 in front of it. They're always invisible. I need you to note it. Step number 2 is that you are going to multiply what you want to remove and what you want to keep in there. So the question asks you change 45 meters into kilometers. The way that works is I'm going to write right here a dot for multiplication, and then I'm going to go, I want to keep kilometers, but I want to get rid of meters. And so if you guys remember how it works in algebra, if you have something at the top and something at the bottom, they will cancel each other out. They literally become 2 over 2, x over x, y over y. It becomes 1 and the 1 disappears, just like this annoying guy. So right now, I've written down what's given, and number 2, I write in what we're going to remove and what we're going to keep. So we're going to keep kilometers, get rid of meters. Question though is how many kilometers are there per meter? Or how many meters are there per kilometer? It could be either way. It depends on what you're doing the math for. In this case, it's going to be not how many kilometers per meter, but how many 1 kilometers and then how many meters in it, and it's going to be 1,000. 1,000 meters per 1 kilometer. This is actually a really fancy way of making the number 1. Again, that really annoying number. So 1 kilometer per 1 meter. Now I'm going to do this math across, and I'm going to actually bring it around over to here. Step number 3, multiply across. Multiply across. The nice thing about multiplication is that you are going to take the top line and go all the way across, and the bottom line and go all the way across. What does this look like? We end up with 45 meters times 1 kilometer, and we put that all over. I actually want to change that just a little bit because I would like you to understand the numbers go in front, so it's going to be 45 times 1. So here's 1, here's a 45. The numbers multiply together, and then we have the units. Meters times kilometers. Meters times kilometers. Same for the bottom. We have a 1, and we multiply it by 1,000. And then we multiply by meters. But like I was saying earlier, what do we want to get rid of? We want to get rid of the meters and keep the kilometers. So in this case, we have meters on top, we have meters on the bottom, gone. What are we keeping? We're keeping kilometers. Now we multiply 1 times 45. Okay, well the 1 can go away. We multiply 1 by 1,000. Okay, well the 1 can go away because there's a 1 and a 1. Simple reduction. So now we're left with 45 kilometers over 1,000. Okay, so we've gotten there to this fraction. What do we need? There's one very last step, and that is you're going to divide or reduce. It's basically the same thing. So we're going to do the division for the numbers, and we already reduced. I had meters over meters, and those cancel each other out. I want to show you this one trick. How can you make this really simple? Well, what you don't see is that there's actually a decimal point right here, and there's a decimal point right here. I can do something to the bottom and I can do something to the top as long as I do the exact same step. If the top goes to the left, the bottom goes to the left. The top goes to the right, the bottom goes to the right. So for example, decimal point at the bottom moves 1, because what I want this to become number 1. Make it a 1. Decimal point moves 1, decimal point moves 1. 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Do it again. 1 this way, 1 this way. Do it one last time. 1 this way, and oh, I'm gonna fill in, there's a 0 here, and the decimal place will end right there. And now, this number now looks like this, 0.045 kilometers, km, over 1. Or, as we'd write it more commonly, it just equals 0.045 km.